Each for the QPI Tools late models. Jason Sisson in the QPI Tools 20 with the lead on the backstretch. High Song second, Johnson third, Barbara fourth. Dave Wade running fifth right now, then Bob Williams and Ben Miley. Sisson your leader, Johnson making a run at High Song for second down the backstretch. Mike moving up into the second spot. Sisson still in front, Johnson second, High Song third, Barbara fourth, Wade is fifth. Williams and Miley continue to battle for sixth. Keith Barber now to the outside. Ralph High Song and taking third. To complete lap number 4. Jason Sisson still your leader. Mike Johnson second and Keith Barber third. Ralph High Song fourth. Dave Wade is fifth. Miley sixth. Williams seventh. Zarin eighth. Heim runs ninth. And Joe Campbell 10th in car 94. Halfway. To go, 2 to go. Jason Sisson continues to show the way. Johnson second, Barbara third. High Song still fourth. Wade fifth with Miley a close sixth. Zarin moves to seventh. Williams is eighth. Heim is ninth. Still all on the lead lap. Jason Sisson brings the QPI Tools 20 to the white flag. 1 to go. To wire, Jason Sisson picking up the heat race win. Mike Johnson second, Keith Barber third. Fourth up for grabs here. Ralph High Song in the 21 will hold on for fourth. Dave Wade fifth. Ben Miley is sixth. Of GRT Automotive and Collision Center. And here come your QPI Tools late models for round 2. Their second of 2 10-lap heats. Lepro and Johnson, and the green is out. Johnson with the lead in the 1J. Lepro to second. Bradish is third on the back chute. Flinner on the outside, moves by Bradish for third as Johnson shows the way 1 lap down. Johnson still your leader, Lepro second, Flinner third, Bradish fourth, Ray Bergen runs fifth. Johnson stretches that lead almost to a full straightaway. Little rough and tumble action through 3 and 4 tonight. Completing lap 4, 6 to go. Lepro still trying to hold off Flinner for second. Still Lepro second, Flinner third, Bradish fourth. Ferree has climbed to fifth after starting in the back row in the number 4 car. Halfway, 5 laps to go. Flinner again to the inside of Lepro, challenging for second, but Lepro holds the line down the backstretch. He's still second, Flinner third. Lance Elson moving up to 6th in car 17. 3 to go for Johnson. Lepro still second with Flinner third. Ferree now is closed on Bradish for 4th and 5th. Bradish still 4th with Ferree right on his tail in 5th. Coming for the white flag, Davey Johnson, the GRT, Malkwood Racing Engines 1J. The 4th turn, Davey Johnson will pick up the second heat race win for the QPI Tools late models. Jim Lepro second, John Flinner third, Lou Bradish 4th, Ed Ferree 5th. Limited in the 8 of Tom Schernhofer. George Kowanek, your leader on the back straightaway. Danny Rich is second. Kirk Young third as they race into 3. Pete Laurie of 4th. Wayne Tassine 5th down the front stretch. Danny Rich on the outside. He likes it up top, and he goes for the lead. He's got it into turn 3. Kowanek second. Laurie and Kirk Young battle for third. Laurie makes the pass in turn 4. Down on the low side, Wayne Tassine moves up to 4th, dropping Kirk Young to 5th in car 5 wide. Laurie now putting the pressure to George Kowanek for second. Danny Rich in front in the Mugshot Sports Bar. Advanced Auto Parts 67X. Kowanek still second. Laurie in third. Tassine 4th. Kirk Young 5th. And it's Castelvetter, Stefan, Schernhofer, and Totino. Halfway. Laurie down on the inside. Look out into the 5 of Kowanek. Kowanek tries to keep going. He eventually will spin out as well. So did Laurie in the 11th. back underway. All the restarts tonight, because of that problem over there in 3 and 4, are going to be single foul restarts tonight. .67x, Danny Rich still your leader. Wayne Tassine second, Kirk Young third, Bobby Castelvetter is fourth, Jim Steffens fifth. To go, 2 to go. Danny Rich, the Danimal, 1 lap away from picking up the heat race win. Checkered flag is waving for Danny Rich. Wayne Tassine second. Kirk Young third. The 5Y third. Castelvetter fourth, and Jim Steffens will finish fifth in car 84. The 50 of George Bland and Tom Bateman in car 32. Is out. Brian Laraway leads the field into turn 3. Still in front, Mussolino second, Hotchkiss is third. 55 of Tom Durant's fourth, Bob Damron of the 12B is fifth. Brian Laraway still your leader. Jesse Burrows into the wall up in turn 1 in car 99. Caution is out. 028, 608, and 0. Thanks to all those for donating the door prizes this evening. We've got 3 laps down, ready to get back underway in the limited lates second heat race. Brian Laraway is your leader. Tony Mussolino still second. John Hotchkiss third. Tom Durant's in the 55, trying to hold off Bob Damron in the 12 for fourth. The double zero of Alex Halla running in the 6th spot at close fifth is Bob Damron. Talla goes to the outside of Damron. They're wheel to wheel for fifth on the backstretch. Halfway, 5 laps to go. Mike Morgan in car 83 trying to pass Tom Duratz in the 55 for 5th. And makes that pass off the 4th turn. Brian Laraway out in front by a straightaway here in the BB Laraway and Associates. Franklin Racing Supply number 2. Tony Mussolino still 2nd. John Hodgkiss 3rd, and Alex Hallett closing in their runs 4th in the 00. Tala now challenging Hodgkiss for 3rd in turn 3. 1 lap to go for Brian Laraway. Alex Alla makes the pass for 3rd, leaving John Hodgkiss 4th. Mike Morgan is still your 5th place car. Checkered flag waving out of Irwin, Brian Laraway. Wires the field for the win. Tony Mussolino 2nd, Alex Alla 3rd. John Hodgkiss 4th. The 83 car of Mike Morgan finishes 5th. E-modified heat race. Scott Gunn in the 14G and Mike Anderson the 72, your front row. Gunn leads down the back straightaway. Habadell is 2nd, Anderson 3rd. Kugel 4th into turn 3, and then Broniszewski in the 28 ducks in line in 5th. Ralph Hysong Jr. moving into the 4th spot. Kugel goes right back by him, and Randy McElhaney spins a 66. 360 degrees, catches the 74 of Jeff Bammenschreider and sends him up bouncing off the wall. Green is back out. Somebody's into the wall up in turn 1. Looks like the 3 of Matt Smith. Green is back out. Scott Gunn still leads. Kurt Habadell 2nd. Mike Anderson 3rd. Ralph Hysong Jr. is 4th, and Larry Kugel 5th. But in turn 4, Kugel makes the pass for 4th. Now challenges Anderson for 3rd in turn 1. Larry making the pass for 3rd, leaving Mike Anderson 4th. Hysong is 5th. Broniszewski 6th. To the inside, trying to put the pressure on Kurt Habadell for 2nd. Ralph Hysong on the outside, moving by Mike Anderson for 4th. We're halfway, 4 laps down and 4 to go. Hysong, though, slips high in turn 1, and Anderson trying to get back by, but can't do it in turn 2. Laps to go. Kurt Habadell the inside, trying to take the lead from Scott Gunn. Gunn still in front. Habadell 2nd, and Kugel a close 3rd. Gunn goes high in turn 1. Habadell moves by for the lead. Here comes Gunn, though, back on the outside on the back straightaway. He has to back out of it, and now Kugel moves into 2nd. lap to go, 1 to go. Gunn is back to second. Kugel was third. Habedel in front. Ralph Hysong fourth and Mike Anderson fifth here on the final lap. Kurt Habedel will pick up the win. Scott Gunn second, Larry Kugel third, Ralph Hysong fourth, and Mike Anderson fifth. Pennzoil 10-minute oil change center. Bobby Heim in the 00. From the pole 3, Doug Foster. Frankie Schneider in the Mach 5. The 1 of Neil Eisminger. 99 Jimmy Arnold. 46 Mark Jaworski. 77X Rich Appolito. The 4 of Sean Bryan. 69 Joe Anthony. And the 11M of Mike McCourt. Green is out. Doug Foster taking the lead on the back straightaway in car 3. Bobby Heim second, Neil Eisminger third, and Frankie Schneider is fourth in turn 3. Neil Eisminger to the inside of Frankie Schneider, challenging for third. Rich Appolito moves to fifth in car 77. Your points leader. Still Foster in front, Heim not far behind in second. Jimmy Arnold, the 99, goes around and slaps the wall up in turn 1. Caution is out. Green is out. Bob Heim will be docked 2 spots for jumping. You can't pass before the cone. I'm your leader, but remember, at the next caution or at the end of the race, if there isn't a caution, he's going to be docked 2 spots for jumping on the start. Eisminger is third in the 1, Schneider is fourth, and Appolito is fifth. Rich Appolito moves to fourth in the 77. Now Neil Eisminger in the 1 car, challenging for second. Foster may have the lead back here coming off of 4. They're wheel to wheel into turn 1 with 2 laps to go. Doug Foster retakes the lead in car 3. Bob Heim second, Neil Eisminger third, Rich Appolito fourth, and Frankie Schneider is fifth. And Mike McCourt in the 11M spins around over in the second turn. Caution is out. Doug Foster takes off. The green is out. Foster still in front, 1 lap to go. Eisminger second, Appolito third. Bob Heim running fourth, and Frankie Schneider is fifth. The Lloyd's Paint Supply Kutz Fabricating Gadgets of Pittsburgh FC3 of Doug Foster trying to hold off Neil Eisminger, and he'll win it by half a car length. Eisminger second, Appolito third, Heim fourth, and Frankie Schneider completes the top 5. Green is out. Dave Beck with the lead. Darrell Robinson is second. Brian Scheller third. Charlie DiLoretto fresh off the win in the Pure Stock 20 last week. Runs in the 5th spot. A.J. Poljak is fourth in car 36. Stacy White moving forward in the 55 down on the low side. Chris Langham pitting in car 22. Still Dave Beck in front. Darrell Robinson second. Brian Scheller third. Charlie DiLoretto fourth. A.J. Poljak is fifth. And Stacy White, Wayne Johnson, Craig Kamaker, Bob Betts, and Ryan Marks. Little Will for third between the 47 of Brian Scheller and the 11 of Charlie DiLoretto. Halfway, 4 laps to go. Two more laps to go. 2 laps to go. Dave Beck still shows the way, but boy, they're closing the gap here as we come for the white flag. 1 to go. Darrell Robinson, and now Charlie DiLoretto to second. Robinson is third. Brian Scheller fourth. Stacy White fifth. Down the back straightaway, it's still Dave Beck, and he opens that lead up a couple of car lengths, but Charlie DiLoretto closes right back in and now dives to the inside as they come off the 4th turn. Side by side for the checkered flag. '63X Dave Beck winning by just a tad over the 96 of David Lee, 11 Joshua Langer, 21 Ian Tomai, 30 car of Glenn Knobb Jr., Bobby Seaman in the 18, the 06 of John Kane, and the 17 of Gabe Haka. Coming off off the fourth turn. 12 laps for the amateur stocks. First feature of the night. First round of the late model twin 20s will be next on Les Jack Automotive and Collision Center night. Green is out. Bobby Schwartzmiller quickly with the lead, and Ian Tomine wasting no time in moving to second. 96 of David Lee is third, then Butch Lewandowski in the 59. Lewandowski moving to third in the 59 car. Look out, Steve Lewandowski in the 15. And a handful of steering wheel coming down that front stretch. Bobby Seaman in the 18 trying to pass the 96 of David Lee for fourth. Bob Schwartzmiller out in front here in a big kind of way. The Bayer Corporation Denny's Restaurant number 28 out of Robinson Township. Bob has 3 wins on the year. Might have himself a fourth the way he's running tonight. Ian Tomine is second, Butch Lewandowski third. Seaman fourth, then David Lee. Contact between the 59 and the 21. They get separated and continue on. Greg Wheeling, our flagman, with a little message there for the 59 of Butch Lewandowski as he came by. Halfway, this time by 6 laps to go. Ian Tomine trying to close the gap on Bob Schwartzmiller. Butch Lewandowski still third. Bobby Seaman is fourth in the 18. Steve Lewandowski is fifth now. Tomine closing in. Bobby Schwartzmiller had that big lead, but not any longer. Just 5 laps to go. Butch Lewandowski trying to make it a 3-car race here. Still Bob Schwartzmiller, but look out. Second and third are coming. Lewandowski in the 59 now to second. Tomine is third. Bobby Seaman in the 18 a close fourth. This car will be illegal. Still Bobby Schwartzmiller. He in the 59 of Butch Lewandowski using the high side. Ian Tomine, the 21, is down low. Butch Lewandowski trying to take the lead away from Bob Schwartzmiller. Two laps to go. Schwartzmiller, Lewandowski, Tomine, and Seaman. Steve Lewandowski going around and around on the back straightaway. His brother Butch challenges for the lead here on the front stretch. Or I guess his son, Father Butch. Bobby Schwartzmiller trying to hold off Butch Lewandowski for the win. Steve Lewandowski trying to get the 58 car to the pits. Coming to the checkered flag. Schwartzmiller's been your leader from the start, but things are getting interesting, and here comes Lewandowski to the low side. The drag race is on, and Schwartzmiller will win it. Nice hand for Bob Schwartzmiller. He'll pick up the trophy from Les Jack Automotive and Collision Center tonight. Looked like it was going to be a walk in the park there for the first 6 laps, but they sort of caught you at the end.
Yeah, they were. I got bumped a couple times in the back, so I knew they were there. Didn't make it any easier. The track's really rough down there, so.
Put some speed bumps in for you guys.
Yeah, I thought I was going to rip the tire off the wheel, but glad that one's over.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know if you had anybody giving you hand signals or not, but the first half of that, you were sort of, I even made the comment, looked like you were on your way to number 4 kind of easily, but it's good. I'm sure, it was exciting for the fans, too, to get close at the end.
Right. Yeah, our crew was giving me the big sign when I first few laps, and then the sign wasn't there for the last part of the race, so I knew something was going on. Hey, I want to say happy birthday to Ian Tomai's little girl. It's her birthday tonight, and he said if we wanted to mention her, so happy birthday.
All right. Anybody else you want to thank?
The crew, Tim Kirkwood does a great job on the car, Eric Molyneux, Dave Fulmer, and all the sponsors, Bear, Denny's, they've been a great help.
All right, congratulations, Bob. Go get your picture taken with the folks from Les Jack Automotive. Bob Schwartzmiller, your winner for the 4th time in 2001. In the winner's circle here at Pittsburgh. Come on over, Tony. Tony Mussolino picked up his first ever feature win, 16 years old, and feeling pretty good about it. Did it sink in?
Not yet. It's been 7 long days. I couldn't wait to get back out here.
I got a little incentive for you. Mr. Snyder came up and saw me, one of your sponsors. He said if you win tonight, he's giving you an extra $500.
That'd be nice. I'll give it all I got.
Congratulations, and I'm sure it won't be your last, but I'm sure you'll always remember the first.
Oh, yeah. It'll always stick in my mind. I'll remember it years to come.
Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Tony Mussolino picked up his first career feature win here last Saturday. Lights are out and we're ready to go. The next time by, the QPI Tool 2001 did pick up the win last night at Lernerville. Here they come off of 4 at the cone. We'll be ready to go. And the green is out. Flinner with the lead down the back straightaway. Barber is second. Davey Johnson to third. Mike Johnson is fourth. Jason Sisson running fifth. Barbara spins up into the wall, collects the 2J of Mike Johnson. Caution out. Looked like the car of Barbara just simply shut off when he got in the middle part of that turn. Like he got back on the gas. Sale begins at 7. I'm off of 4. Flinner and Lepro now the front row. Green is out. Flinner your leader, but Johnson putting the pressure on, and Sisson is third. Lepro fourth. Bradish fifth down the back chute. John Flinner out in front. Spin off of 4, the 99 of Ben Miley. Look out, the 01 of Bob Williams, and who else would he hit but the 29 of Rick Heim out with a brand new race car. Had nowhere to go as Williams spun around, and Williams really had nowhere to go either in the 01. They just were... is out. 1J gives the 48 a little help into that first turn, and now it's Jason Sisson in the 20 trying to get by Johnson for second. And he'll make the pass down the back straightaway. John Flinner, your leader. Jason Sisson second. Davey Johnson is third. Lou Bradish challenging Jim Lepro for fourth. He'll make the pass for fourth in turn one. Lepro fifth now. Dave Wade up to seventh. Faree is eighth. Elson ninth. And High Song is 10th. Flinner in front. Sisson in second. And Johnson third. Out. Brent Raybergen in the 07R turned around off the fourth turn, and Lendo Brzezelski, I believe, in the 25 had nowhere to go, and he gets into him. Runs right behind him. Davey Johnson, no stranger to victory lane here at Pittsburgh, is third. Bradish fourth, and Lepro fifth. Johnson now back to the inside of Sisson, taking that second spot in turn four, but Sisson on the outside coming off. Bounces off the wall, and he may have broke something. He got up into the wall a little too much. The QPI Tools 20C of Jason Sisson up against the wall. 4 laps are down. 4 laps, 4 cautions. Has been your leader. Green is out another time. Flinner still leading. Johnson second. Bradish is third. Faree fourth. And Lepro fifth down the back chute into turn 3. Five laps down and 15 to go. Opens up a pretty hefty advantage here on Johnson. Faree trying to dive to the inside of Bradish as they battle for third on the back chute. Lepro close to the wall in fifth. Zarin is up to sixth in the 1Z. Wade is seventh. Elson eighth. Mike Johnson has charged his way back into the top 10. He runs ninth. And a battle for 10th here between Ralph Highsong, Keith Barbara, and DJ Miller. Laps to go. DJ Miller, the 93X, gathers it back up after problems exiting the fourth turn. Flinner starting to lap the back of the field. Lendo Brzezelski going to the pits in car 25. The halfway mark. John Flinner, your leader, and Davey Johnson still second. They've been that way from the opening lap here. Dave Wade pitting in car 76. Jimmy Z is now fifth. He's been fifth for a couple of laps in the 1Z car. Lepro is sixth. Elson seventh. Mike Johnson eighth. Keith Barber is ninth. Ralph Highsong right now is 10th in car 21. Seven more laps to go. Davey Johnson trying to whittle into Flinner's advantage. 4th and 5th. Not much separating Lou Bradish, Ed Faree, and Jimmy Zarin. Traffic ahead for your race leader, John Flinner. John's towing. 48 still shows the way, but again, traffic ahead. Less than 5 to go. Jim Lepro, who was running 6, spins off the racetrack to the inside of turn 4. The caution is out. It's been the Flinner and Johnson show thus far. Flinner's been in front. Dave's been chasing. Let's see what happens here. The final 6 laps. Johnson with a pretty good restart, trying to challenge Flinner on the inside, but Flinner strong through 1 and 2, and he'll lead them down the back straightaway. And look at Ed Faree close in on Johnson. Into turn 3. Zarin is still 4th. Elson is 5th, and Barber has moved all the way back up to 6th. Barber and Mike Johnson are back up to 6th and 7th after that first caution of the race. Lou Bradish back out of the pits in the auction barn 09. Not on the lead lap. Comes Zarin to the inside of Faree, putting the heat on for 3rd. The Ace Tire and Parts 1Z having a good run. The top 5 finish, I believe, last week. Challenging for 3rd again off the 2nd turn as Flinner continues to lead this one. Clear racetrack, he seems to easily be the fastest car. Things were getting a little tight there in traffic before the last caution. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Barber has worked his way back to 5th. Phil Luke on RevFab 84 into the top 5. One lap to go. 19 down, excuse me. 1 lap to go. John's towing 48 from Zillionopoulos. First win of 2001 at Pittsburgh for John Flinner. The John's towing D&T Auto Body Rocket. Second win of the weekend, as we said. He also won last night up at Lernerville. How about a nice hand, folks, for John Flinner, your first winner tonight in the QPI Tools Late Models. Congratulations. 20 laps, no problems, right?
Yeah, no problem. Except for Davey Johnson breathing down your back. That keeps on playing in the back of my mind there, but I guess that just makes you get better.
Well, yeah, it looked like, you got into some traffic there with about 6 laps to go, and he was able to cut it down. So were you glad to see the caution, or did you know that, or what were your thoughts?
I had a spotter, and it kept things kind of lined up. I think we were pretty good getting off the corner where Dave was he wasn't as good getting off, but he was right there going down the straightaway. So
it's your 10th career late model win here at Pittsburgh.
I commented that tonight. I'd like to, win down here at least once a year. So we got it to our list, and Uncle John, he kills to come here every week. And when I go somewhere else, he's like, Flinner, you got to go to Pittsburgh. We got to win down there. So
and now he'll be happy.
Yeah, he'll be.
And now you got a chance to do it again.
I'm going to try.
Mary Lynn's got the pool. You make the lucky draw here. 8. You will start 8th, and Mr. Johnson will start 7th. Good luck.
Thank you.
John Flinner, folks. Team 2, Brian Laraway. The 67X of Danny Rich. The 8 of Tom Schernhofer. The 5, the yellow 5 of Louis Bradish. The black and red 5 of George Kowalik. The 12 of Bob Damron. 11, Pete Lauria. 55, Tom Duratz. The 19 of Vince Dottino. The 32 of Tom Bateman. And the 50 of George Bland. I still have, I believe, another one of the Batemans out there in the number 1 car. Watch yourself, Stag. This loon. Coming to the start for your limited late models next week will be the Fall Classic 40 Duke George Memorial. Leads it. Steffens is second, and Tony Mussolino is spinning in the middle of 1 and 2. And he gets run into by the 8 of Tom Schernhofer. Not a good start. Everyone was out of line coming off the 4th turn. Green is out. Up against the wall in the back straightaway, moving up into the 5th spot. Mike Morgan with a big lead here in the 83 car. Alex Allen, the 00, moves to 2nd. Steffens in the 84 is 3rd. Danny Rich and John Hodgkiss battle for 4th and 5th. Hodgkiss still 4th in the 69 car. Rich in the 67 to his inside. Running 5th. Castelvetter is next. And Laraway in 7th. Damron in 8th. Young in 9th. And Wayne Tessine 10th. Down and 15 to go. It's still Mike Morgan. The Morgan Equipment Service Chem Oil 83 in front of the American Environmental Services 00 of Alexala. Colbert's Collision 84 of Jim Steffens is third. The Nigel Auto Solutions 69 of John Hodgkiss fourth. Fifth would be the Mugshot Sports Bar 67X of Danny Rich. Tala slowly closing the gap on leader Mike Morgan. Continues to close in. 11 laps to go. Jim Steffens by himself in third. Danny Rich is fourth now. John Hodgkiss back to fifth in car 69. Tala to the outside of Mike Morgan, challenging for the lead here in the fourth turn. Halfway, 10 laps to go. Off the second turn on the outside, it's Tala again trying to pull alongside. Not enough room to get there on the back chute. It's still Mike Morgan in front. It's Tala right back to the outside in turn 3. Morgan moving up the racetrack. They're wheel to wheel down the front stretch into turn 1. Alex Tala on the outside will have the lead as they exit the second turn. George Bland in the 50, Tom Bateman in the 32 to the pits. Tala extended that lead in search of his 5th win of the season. Five more laps to go. 5 more laps to go. In turn 4, Bob Damron in the 12 car slowing down. Caution is out. In the 10 car, Bob Damron has a win as well in the 12. Here in the limited lates, Tala, the leading winner, trying to get another one. Tommy Schernhofer also has a win this year in the 8 car. Two more laps to go. 2 to go. White flag waving for Al Atala. Danny Rich to the inside of Jim Steffen trying to take third. Steffen still third, Rich fourth, Castelvetter is fifth, Hodgkiss sixth, Mussolino seventh, Tessine eighth, Loria ninth, and Laraway ninth, and Loria 10th. The checkered flag for the fifth time to Al Atala. For his winning drive. How about a nice hand, folks, for Al Atala, his fifth win of the season in the limited late models. Congratulations. Second half of the race certainly was yours.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, I got to thank all these guys. I'll tell you, it was just a tough week after what we had last week. And we worked every night this week on this car to get it fixed, and all the way today up till 5 o'clock to load it and everything. Like I said, everything's got to go out to Phil Lucon again for fixing it. This crew for working on it. I'll tell you, my wife, she hasn't seen me at all this week between work and everything.
She's probably happy, huh?
Yeah, she's probably happy to see me now. But I'll tell you, this is kind of what we needed, because I come in here with my head down, thinking it's over. This gives me a little bit of hope that I could still maybe catch George, maybe get on to the end and see what happens.
But still 3 weeks of racing to go, I believe. Next week's the big one.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we're going to try and take what we did here tonight and put it in, see what we can do. Get over here, you. Good job. But we're going to try and put it in and talk to him and see what we can come up with for next week. I hated to go run. Jimmy, I mean, he's a good teammate. He sets the front ends on these cars, does everything for me. And I'll tell you, I just wish it was him in victory lane instead of me, because he deserves it. That kid really trying hard and working hard, and I know he's a good driver.
He'll get it. Well, go get your picture. The folks from Let's Check Automotive over here with a trophy and a T-shirt for you, and go get the Kodaks work.
All right, thank you very much, Doc.
Al Atala, your winner tonight in the limited late models. For Butch D'Antonio. Double up on his pleasure tonight. Ben Miley, the 99, Mike Johnson, the 2J, your front row. Marine is out. Miley with the lead. Johnson is second. Lance Elson moving to third. Look out, Jim Zarin goes up across the racetrack, hits the 4 of Ed Ferree. The right side of the body right off of Zarin's car, and I'm sure Ferree's got plenty of damage on the left front of his. Caution is out. And here we go again, 1 lap down, 19 to go. Miley, your leader, Mike Johnson second, Lance Elson third, Keith Barber fourth, Davey Johnson is fifth. Barber coming on the outside of Lance Elson, challenging for third. Jason Sisson slowing down in the QPI Tools 20. He'll cross the racetrack and head to the pits. Barber on the outside, moving by Elson for third. Van Miley continues to lead. Mike Johnson slowing down in the 2J car. Johnson in the 2J slows down in turns 3 and 4. Caution is out. Mike Johnson, who was running second. Here we go again with 4 down. Miley, your leader. Barber is second. Johnson moves to third. Elson is fourth. Flinner is fifth. $15 laps to go. Miley trying to win his 5th of the season, which would tie him with Keith Barber for the most wins. Barber is second. Johnson third. Elson fourth. Flinner fifth. Bradish sixth. Wade is seventh. Raybergen eighth. Hysong ninth. And Lepro runs 10th. 12 laps to go. 12 to go. Brushelski heading to the pits in car 25. Seven laps to go, 7 to go. Closing on the back of the field here. Some lap traffic to contend with. Chuck Bowery to 64, sideways in front of your leader. 94 Joe Campbell has a flat tire. 4 laps to go, 4 to go. Caution is out. Ben Miley leads them off the 4th turn with 4 laps to go for the QPI Tools late models. Still Miley, Barber, and Johnson. Flinner dives to the inside of Elson, trying to take 4th. Slides up with the spot in turn 4. Elson trying to get back under him on the front stretch. 3 laps to go. Flinner 4th, now Elson 5th. Dave Wade underneath Lou Bradish moving to 6th. Two laps to go. Bradish off the wall in turn 2. Keeps her going down the backstretch. 1 lap remaining, 1 to go. Lucy Chevrolet, Old Allegheny Shop 99. Ben Miley out of Benicia picking up his 5th QPI Tools late model feature win of the season. Keith Barber will get 2nd, Davey Johnson 3rd, John Flinner 4th, and Lance Elson 5th. T-shirt from Les Jack Automotive and Collision Center, and also the plaque from dirt-racers.com. How about it, folks? Ben Miley picking up round 2 of the QPI Tools late models twin 20s. Something about these twin 20 nights and you get along.
I'll tell you what, man, that car, I don't think it's ever been faster than it was in that race.
Well, they had their chances on those restarts, but you left them behind, and quite a turnaround from the first race.
I'll tell you what, the car was pretty decent in the first. We had to come in and change that tire, and we couldn't get the right stagger, so the car was tight in the middle. I just couldn't get off the corner. But, man, on those restarts, I mean, Matt told me I had a 3, 5, 6, 7 car lengths. I'm thinking, man, these cautions come out, then lose it. But it seemed like I could put 3 on them right away, which was really helping.
5 wins now.
Yeah, that's a nice feeling. It's been a good year, and guys who worked hard. Gave me a great setup tonight. I want to thank Lucy Chevrolet, Brocker's Machine, Miley Truck Rental, and a little special night tonight because my brother Jerry isn't here tonight. First time we've ever raced here without him.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's in Michigan. He got a chance to go on a business trip, and we encouraged him to go because he never does anything like that. And he left us in good hands, though, and it really worked out good. Matt and Mike and them are doing a nice job for us.
Well, congratulations. The folks from Les Jack Automotive are here with a trophy and T-shirt for you.
Thanks a lot, Dow.
Ben Miley, your winner tonight in round 2 of the QPI Tools late models twin 20s.
Give your brother a kiss! Hi, Jim. Must have hurt yourself. You're flipping down there. Wobbles.
Broniszewski from the pole in the 28, 72 Mike Anderson, 16 Ralph Highsong, 0 Larry Kugel, 14 G Scott Gunn, the 1 of Kurt Habadell, Joe Brown in the 48, Jeff Bammett rider in the 74, and the 96 of Gordon Schrader. Broniszewski takes the lead. Ralph Hysong to second. Larry Kugel motors to third as they race into turn 3. Kugel trying to take second away from Hysong down in turn 1. Hysong gets by him on the outside for second. Kugel was third. Anderson fourth and Havidel fifth. Still Jeff Broniszewski. Ralph Hysong Jr., Larry Kugel a close third. Kurt Havidel fourth. Mike Anderson fifth with Scott Gunn on his heels in sixth. Kugel to the inside of Ralph Hysong again as they race wheel to wheel for a second off of 4. Kugel able to make the pass with 10 laps to go. Jeff Broniszewski's lead shrinks as Kugel closes the gap on the backstretch. Pulls to the inside of Broniszewski into turn 3. Off of 4 down the front straightaway. Kugel takes the pass, makes the pass. Larry trying to win his 7th in a row. Laps to go, 6 to go. Kugel in front, the battle for second. Broniszewski trying to hold off Ralph Hysong. Hysong and Broniszewski. Broniszewski and Hysong continue that duel for second. Kugel trying to win his 7th in a row and tie his mark for the most wins in a season, which would be 13. Song now second and Broniszewski third. Kurt Havitt not far behind them in fourth. Scott Gunn is your fifth place car. 1 lap to go. Larry Kugel, as we said, trying to win 7 in a row. 13 on the season, which would tie his single season record in the E-Mods. Kells Engines, Hayes Oil Company. Number 0 takes them into turn 3 and 4 one more time. And for the 7th week in a row, Larry Kugel is your E-Mod winner on Leschak Automotive and Collision Center night. Nice hand, folks. Larry Kugel, your winner in the E-Mods on Leschak Automotive and Collision Center night. I know it's 7 in a row. This is your 13th of the year, which ties your single season mark here.
Yeah, and we did that when we was running on Wednesday night, so this is even better.
Well, I didn't remember that, but that's what you race drivers are for. You're supposed to remember all those good things. For a while there, the first 5 laps or so looked like Jeff and Ralph were going to be real tough, but as the race wore on, you obviously got better.
Yeah, I think after my tires are a little old, and after they got a little bit of heat in them, they started working a little bit better.
Track a little different tonight.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of guys are complaining about how bumpy the track is, but I'll tell you what, there hasn't been any rain, and I've been out here with Brian and that crew, and I've seen how long it takes to prepare this track, so you got to cut them a little bit of slack.
Oh, yeah, but even on the roughest nights here, it's a lot smoother than a lot of places.
Man, I've been places where you can lose a car in a hole.
Well, congratulations, and the folks from Leschak Automotive and Collision Center got a trophy here for you.
Okay, I want to thank Billy Kell, Engines. He puts together a great motor. Hoover, Stan Hoover up there. He takes care of me with some tires and stuff. And I just want to thank Brian Underwood for sticking with me.
All right, Larry Kugel, your winner for the 7th week in a row in the E-Modifieds. Eismaker's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. Is out. No, it's not. Caution is out. Not a good start, said the boys. Off the 4th turn they come. Green is out. Is out. Craig Kamiker, your leader in the 72. Frankie Schneider in the Mach 5 going for the lead on the outside. Stacy White in the 55 is third. Mark Jaworski fourth in the 46, then the 00 of Bob Heim. Frankie Schneider in front with Craig Kamaker second. Stacy White third, Bob Heim fourth, Mark Jaworski is fifth now. Charlie DiLoretto up to sixth, Rich Appolito running seventh. Charlie DiLoretto moving up into the top 5 in car 11. Jaworski in the 46 brooms the wall through 1 and 2, loses some ground. Six down and 9 to go. Halfway this time by, 7 more laps to go. Charlie DiLoretto trying to take third away from the 00 Bob Heim. A.J. Poljak pitting in car 36. Tightening up as Craig Kamaker now challenging Frankie Schneider for the lead. Into 3. laps to go. Final race of the night looks like it'll go right down to the wire. Frankie Schneider, Craig Kamaker, Bob Heim, Charlie DiLoretto, and Stacy White, your front five, all running together on the back chute. Frankie's definitely got, like the car's getting awfully tight, hard to turn. 1 to go, 1 lap remaining. Oh my, we got a car pulling out of the pits. Can you believe it? Ryan Marks pulled a real boner. The 17 car coming to the checkered flag. Frankie Schneider in the Mach 5 wins it. It's been a long dry spell for the Mach 5. Frankie Schneider getting the win tonight in the Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. It's been a while. I want to ask you, do you know when your last win was here?
Beginning of last year.
You're right. First race of last year. Couple of trips to the hospital in between, but finally got the Mach 5 back in victory lane.
Well, actually, it's not the Mach 5. It's Eric's Goldberg number 8.
It says Mach 5 on it.
Right, that's just my number. But I tell you right now, if it wasn't for Goldberg, Scotty, my brother Dale, and all my fans and stuff, I'd never be here. Rhonda Patchen helped me. Charlie DiLoretto, he takes care of me. Mr. DiLoretto, he put this 350 together, and I'm going to tell you right now, it beats that Brockers machines, but I'm going to tell you, he did a hell of a job. Last week I got disqualified. I was a boob, and I came around. I just wanted to apologize to everybody who seen me be an asshole last night. Excuse my language. But I'm here in Victory Lane. I want to thank everybody that helped me, and I'm not a has-been like everybody says I am.
All right, congratulations, Frankie. All righty, final race of the night. Frankie Schneider will pick up the trophy from Let's Check Automotive and Collision Center. Folks, we thank you for coming out. We appreciate your patience. Sorry for the late start. Don't forget, next week will be the Fall Classic 40 for the limited lates, plus regular racing for the other divisions and a demolition derby. Take your time exiting the Speedway. Have a safe trip home, and we'll see you back here next Saturday.